Okay, this is Michael Pepper for MMABay.co.uk in association with FightDentist.com with Strikeforce middleweight champion Cung Lee. Thanks for joining us, Cung.
Thanks for having me.
So, Cung, it's been a little bit of a while since we've seen you in action. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing?
Well, I've been filming. I got 5 movies in the can, basically fighting that was already released in April. I got Pandorum coming out. That's September 18th, and I got Tekken will be released next year, and I got 2 Chinese language big production movies that will be released in China, then eventually coming over here to the theaters. One's directed by Master Wu Ping, and the other one's produced by Peter Chen, and the star of that movie is Donnie Yen.
Okay, now I know a lot of your fans want to see you back in action. Obviously, defending your Strikeforce crown. When do you think that could be?
Well, I figure I was trying to get all my filming done so I can fight by the end of this year, but it seems like 2 more projects is in the works right now. My entertainment manager's working out the deals right now, and if I end up taking that project, then I probably won't be able to fight till next year. But if I pass on the project, then I'll probably fight at the end of the year, or just we'll see what happens.
Okay, there seems to be a little bit of a line forming for your Strikeforce middleweight crown. Obviously Robbie Lawler's still in the mix despite his recent loss. You've got Jake Shields, who's now moved up, Joe Riggs, and Nick Diaz is moving between weights. How do you feel about the list of challenges that are lining up for you?
It's great to have a lot of people challenge me, because I know that I got a name, so they want to fight the top guy for the title, and they're challenging me, so I'm actually honored. That's how I feel. I hear there's a couple rumors that Jake might fight Matt Leland. I'm not sure, but I actually talked to the promoter Scott Coker and told him, hey, if I end up working, then I think it's only fair for me to vacate the belt so someone can challenge for it. But Scott Coker and I go way back, and I fought for him on his first MMA show, and actually I started out kickboxing with him, and I think he's just being honorable, and he wants me to hold on to the belt as long as possible, and that's Strikeforce decision. If they want me to either vacate, then I will, and they can make an interim belt, or if they want to strip me, then they'll strip me. But right now I'm just doing what I could do, and it's these opportunities in the movies don't come along, and it's not like I'm doing B movies that go into DVD. I'm doing movies that are being released by Universal, Overture Films, and working with like top producers and top directors in China. So, and the pay is pretty good, so I'm able to really support my family and do well for myself. So Scott Coker sees that, and he's not holding me back, but I'm open to I want to be fair, and I'm not trying to hang on to the title. I already told Scott if I have to, then I'll vacate. If not, then they do an interim, and then when I come back, it'd be good to get a tune-up fight in before I fight a 5-rounder, because doing all these films, I haven't been able to train the way I usually train. So.
Okay. Now, with any fighter that's fighting outside the UFC, there's always the question, would you ever be interested in joining the UFC? You're obviously Strikeforce middleweight champion, and I can remember a few months ago, or even a little bit longer than that there was a bit of rumours going around that you were maybe in negotiations with the promotion. Have you got anything to say about that?
Actually, Dana's been very nice, and we talk every time I come to the fights, and Anthony Johnson, who's one of my fighters, fight on the UFC card. We talk, and after I beat Frank, and I really I just had signed a 4-fight deal with Strikeforce, and Dana didn't know that I re-signed with Strikeforce, so he definitely had some interest in signing me to the UFC. But at the time, the only thing I can do is do a 1-fight deal, because my promoter, he's really open to do co-promoting, but obviously UFC is so big, and they really don't need to co-promote with anyone. They are the flagship, and it just didn't work out. We're still cool. Dana White was really nice to help promote that movie, Fighting, with Channing Tatum, Terrence Howard, and myself. And then I came out to Canada and promoted the movie at the UFC. So obviously he's open to do that, but obviously it just didn't work out.
Okay, so you won't be joining the UFC anytime soon?
I don't see myself in the UFC anytime soon.
Okay. I know you're obviously the Strikeforce middleweight champion, and Anderson Silva's the UFC middleweight champion. How would you feel about facing him maybe down the line?
Well, Anderson, is pound for pound one of the best fighters, and of course, any champion always wants to test himself, and that would be a great test.
Okay, this has been Michael Pepper for MMABay.co.uk in association with FightDentist.com with Strikeforce middleweight champ Cung Le. Thanks, Cung.
Thank you.